Hey, it's Cara from VenaKaraCosplay. That's me. You're probably wondering why I'm here. I've actually been working on a commission for Julia, and we can finally announce what it is. We've been teasing you for a while on our Instagrams, and without further ado, Mary Marvel from SHAZAM. The trailer looks amazing, cannot wait to see it next year. Costumes are fantastic. Mary's costume in particular, it's simple but it's fun, and the cloak is amazing. So I thought I'd let you in on some of the materials I've been using to make this and patterns. When I make costumes and cosplays, I always like to put my own spin on things or mix patterns together. One pattern won't have everything you're after. So in this instance, I've used both of these. With the McCalls, I've used the top, but I've modified it to make it longer as the initial test was too short. And with Supergirl, I've used the skirt as the fit was perfect and the shape was perfect as well. I've also used the sleeve from the McCall's pattern in the alternate dress. Material wise, I've gone with my favourite and I would recommend it to anyone. It's the Yaya Han Cosplay Fabrics range from Spotlight, and as you can see, this one here, we've got our Ultra Preme in the gold. I first used this gold when I was making my Loki and I fell in love with it. So when Julia first approached me with this project, I knew exactly the fabric to use. It's a really stretchy fabric, but the finish is also amazing, and it is one of the best, if not the best, material to sew with. In that range as well, we have the Jumbo 4-way stretch, which is the red here. It's thick, but it's also breathable and really easy to work with, and as you can see, we've got the 4-way stretch in there, and it gives amazing shape and an overall great finish to any costume. So if you're after stretch fabrics, definitely check out the Cosplay Fabrics range at your Spotlight stores, and you can get the Jumbo, you can get your Ultra Preme. There's a whole range of fabrics and colours available. So thank you Spotlight for supplying the red Jumbo stretch for this project. Muchly appreciated. Everyone go and buy some. It is fantastic. You will not go back to another stretch fabric after using this. As Mary Marvel has some details on her dress, so she's got 2 or 3 different forms, and I've gone with the red for Julia as that's the one she requested. I've actually made one for myself in white matching, so we're pretty much twins. You'll have to keep an eye out for us at Sydney Oz Comic Con for that one. Very much looking forward to that. So she's got some gold finishes on her sleeves, and for this I've just used a gold satin blanket edge. If you're ever after a clean finish and need a bias or a blanket edge as such, be sure to check out the range at Spotlight. It's amazing, and the antique gold, which is the colour I've used here, is the one I would recommend. It's very nice to work with and saves you a lot of time than having a clean edge as such, as you can just have your bias there instead, or your blanket edging. Trims and lace, really those finishes and that detail are so important in any project. I have used everything from bias to lace to my own bedroom curtains for projects. Don't be afraid to shop around and definitely add that extra bit of detail into your projects. It's well worth it in the end. This project has been a really fun one to make, especially the cloak. The cloak has been a lot of fun. It's a lot of layers, but it is amazing. I struggled at first to work out how exactly to get the cloak right as such, as there's so many different versions from over the years in the comics. Part of my research for this was going through all the comic books, reading the stories and finding out more about the character herself, and she's awesome. So with the cloak, I ended up deciding to go pretty much the full maximum I could do for this one. I saw some which just had the cloak with a capelet over the top, but then there were others that had a hood. I couldn't decide which one to do, so I went with both. As you can see here, we've got the base cloak, the capelet, and then we've got the actual hood itself. And this is just a standard suit lining that you can get at your local Spotlight as well, and the gold antique trim to match the dress as well. It's a lot of fun to make cloaks. If you haven't made a cloak in cosplay or want a cloak in cosplay, I highly recommend it. Once you've done one, you'll want to make more and you'll want to wear more. So stay tuned to see the final finished product, which is Merry Marvel, and see you at Oz Comic Con.